Hi there, I am Dr. Angela Baker, and today I wanted to look at the lyrics of a song I heard recently and go through some of the meaning behind it. The song is Depression by Dax. Let's begin.
I can't find myself. I get lost inside my brain. Think I might need help, but I pushed all them away.
The first line of the song, I can't find myself, I get lost inside my brain, speaks to the sense of disconnection and confusion that often accompanies depression. When you're struggling with mental health issues, it can be hard to feel like you know who you are or what you want. The second line, I think I might need help, but I pushed all of them away, highlights the common tendency to isolate oneself when experiencing depression. Even though you may feel like you need help, the idea of reaching out can be overwhelming or scary, and it can be tempting to withdraw and try to handle things on your own.
I took the cards they dealt, and there's nothing I can change. So when I'm by myself, I just pray for brighter days.
The verse, I took the cards they dealt, and there's nothing I can change, so when I'm by myself, I just pray for brighter days, is a poignant reminder that sometimes we have to accept the things we cannot change. Depression can feel like a constant struggle, and it's easy to get caught up in negative thoughts and self-doubt. However, by focusing on hope and the possibility of a better future, we can find the strength to keep going.
Sometimes I sit and I reminisce about the good times. Wish I could get those back.
The line, sometimes I sit and I reminisce about the good times, wish I could get those back, speaks to the longing for a simpler, happier past. However, the next line, I keep on running these races that go in my mind, and they go on these tracks, highlights the way that negative thought patterns can get in the way of enjoying the present moment. When you're stuck in your head, it can be hard to appreciate the good things in your life or feel motivated to make positive changes.
I keep on running these races that go in my mind, and they go on these tracks. I'm not ready to erase all my memories. I fight depression and I let it get the best of me. Now there's nowhere to run, nowhere to go. Look around, there's liquor bottles all on the floor, filling up the space inside my heart and my home, drowning out these thoughts until they leave me.
The verse, I'm not ready to erase all my memories. I fight depression, and I let it get the best of me, acknowledges the way that depression can color our memories and make it hard to remember the good times. However, the line, now there's nowhere to run, nowhere to go, look around, there's liquor bottles all on the floor, highlights the way that unhealthy coping mechanisms can make things worse. Turning to alcohol or other substances may feel like a temporary escape, but it can ultimately exacerbate feelings of loneliness and hopelessness.
I can't find myself. I get lost inside my brain. Think I might need help, but I pushed all them away. I took the cards they dealt, and there's nothing I can change. So when I'm by myself, I just pray for brighter days.
The chorus repeats the opening lines, I can't find myself, I get lost inside my brain, think I might need help, but I pushed all of them away, emphasizing the difficulty of reaching out for help when you're struggling with depression. The line, I took the cards they dealt, and there's nothing I can change, reminds us that sometimes we have to accept the things we cannot change and focus on finding ways to cope and move forward.
These thoughts are draining all my energy. I try to tell them the God, they said I'm going insane, and then they recommended therapy. And I go and talk to a man who's getting paid to explain. He started saying that the chemical imbalance is the reason that my brain ain't connecting to accomplishments associated with moving on in life and past the things that my heart cannot contain, so the happiness won't sustain. And he read me my options. He said, here goes a pill, only take 2 to eat a meal, and it'll numb how
The bridge, should I drown all these thoughts, or should I leave them to float? I've got all of my flaws living inside of this boat highlights the internal conflict and self-doubt. The person is trying to find a way to manage their negative thoughts and emotions, but they feel overwhelmed and stuck. The final verse talks about the pain and weight of depression and the desire for change.
I've been anchored in pain, the weight is making me choke. It's getting harder to breathe, it's pulling right at my throat. I've been hoping for change, but don't know how to restart. They say you ain't a man when you exposing your heart. Then they say you insane until it tears you apart. And then they cut you so deep and they can tell by the scars.
The line, "they say you ain't a man when you're exposing your heart," highlights the societal pressure to appear strong and unemotional, which can lead to people hiding their pain and struggles. The lyrics emphasize the importance of accepting oneself and not bottling up emotions.
We can only see change when we accept who we are. Try to run from the shame and you won't never get far. Don't you bottle the pain and live your life in the dark. You're meant to break from those chains and shine as bright as a star. Don't you ever tell yourself that your depression is the reason you won't make it, or that happiness is not in your cards. With our God, you can beat all the odds. Keep your faith and you'll never be lost, and say, I can't find myself.
The chorus repeats one last time, but the final lines, "with our God, you can beat all the odds, keep your faith, and you'll never be lost, and say, I can't find myself," suggest that the person finds hope and strength through faith. In conclusion, Depression is a powerful and relatable song about struggling with depression and finding hope and strength through faith and self-acceptance. It highlights the importance of seeking help and not giving up, even when it feels like there's nothing you can change. Remember, if you're struggling with your mental health, you're not alone, and there is always hope for brighter days ahead. If you enjoyed this, please let me know with your suggestions.